Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nordiana Abdul Halim. In this session, we will begin topic 8, biological invention. And our focus today is on subtopic 1, introduction to invasive species. This topic is crucial in understanding how species can impact ecosystem when introduced into new environment. By the end of this subtopic, you should be able to define what is biological invention. Second, the student should be able to differentiate between native, non-native, and invasive species. Please take note that this outcome they will help guide your understanding throughout the lesson. What is biological invention? Biological invention is the process where a species spreads to a new environment and establish a population, often disrupting the native ecosystem. So these species, they can be non-native, meaning that they are not originally from the area, and when they cause harm, they are called invasive species. This can happen through intentional or accidental introduction, and many of these species can become problematic. Native species are organisms that naturally occur and evolve in a specific geographic area. For example, like the Malayan tape, which is native to part of Southeast Asia, and it plays a natural role in its ecosystem. Non-native species are introduced either by human or naturally into areas outside their original range. Not all non-native species are harmful. For example, like petunias, they are commonly used in gardens, are non-native but not invasive. Invasive species are non-native organisms that can cause harm to the environment, economy, or human health. Different definitions exist, but the key idea here is they spread aggressively, disrupt the ecosystem, and very hard to control. For example, like lionfish, this fish is considered as a native species in Indo-Pacific region, but they become invasive species in Western Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and Gulf of Mexico. Why? Because they can harm coral reef ecosystem by preying on native reef fish. What makes a species invasive? So they often have high reproductive rates, broad environmental tolerance, strong dispersal mechanisms, competitive advantages over native species, and all these traits allow them to dominate new environment quickly. There are 4 main stages in the invention pathway. The first stage is called introduction. The species will introduce into a new environment where it normally happens through a transportation, either intentionally or unintentionally movement. Second stage involves forming a self-sustaining population. And the next stage will be spread stage. So the species will expand beyond the original point and increase the population rate. And last but not least will be impact stage, where the species that already achieve high population rate will cause ecological, economic, and health effect. Here are some real-world examples. The first one is cane toad, which is the scientific name is Rhinella marina. So this toad, they disrupted ecosystem in Australia. Second case study is water hyacinth, which is E. chornia crassipes. So this water hyacinth, they chok the waterways in Southeast Asia. And the last case study is zebra mussel, Dreissena polymorpha. So this zebra mussel, they are known to clog water pipes in the United States. So these examples show how invasive species they can affect the infrastructure, water flow, and the biodiversity. Not all species are harmful, but some may be brought into a new environment and live there without causing any problem. However, when an introduced species begin to spread quickly and start causing a damage to the ecosystem, we refer it to as an invasive species. So this invasive often outcompete native species, and they can disrupt the natural habitats. In some cases, they even affect our economy and public health. That's why it is very important to understand how to identify invasive species, because early recognition is the first step in preventing their spread and protecting our environment. These are the references used, and you may refer to them for further reading. You can access extra material through our resources page to explore this topic further. It includes videos, readings, and activity to deepen your understanding. See you in the next session. Thank you.